Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video demonstrating what I was talking about in my previous video in which I featured my bullet journal in my Midori. So firstly I'll show you a tiny bit about colour coding, and then I'll show you what I mean by processing the information. So normally I'll do this in the evening when I've got a lot more entries, but I just wanted to show you quickly. So here's today's. I've only got a couple of bits. I've got this holding down the page because it likes to kind of flop open. In between I've got a shopping list and a birthday wish list, so we'll just ignore them. Here's what I've written today, not a lot. So I'll look at what I've written down and then I'll think, well, what colour does that go to? Because I use colour coding and I have done for years. It makes sense to me. You may use completely different colours for different subjects. I have just started using light green as random. I didn't have a kind of random colour before, so I was trying to fit these random things into one of my existing colours, and it just doesn't fit. When it's something that is really uncategorised, I'm just going to do it with the light green. So I draw the bullet. This is supposed to be a light bulb. A light bulb means an idea or a thought, but I don't think it looks like a light bulb. I think it looks more like a mushroom. So I draw in front of the bullet in a box in the grid, because this is the grid insert, a box of the relevant colour, and then when I've transferred it I will fill in the box to show that that has been processed. And then this one here, that's kind of a carry-on from before, so I put continued 2 pages before, so I know that there's something in between and that I should ignore that for the actual bullet entries. Here's another one. Make a grid paper contents page for my bullet journal, because I've started integrating lists into it. I want to start indexing them, so I've taken out what was originally on this page before, and I'm going to start sticking a bit because it had glue on it. I'm going to start using this as a contents page. So this is a good one for me to show you. So I will work out which colour it needs to be colour coded. In this case it's pink because it's quite a fun to do. The star means it's a to-do, and it's a fun to do, so it's a pink star. Okay, so that's got the box now, and then I've got lots of boxes for the previous days, so I'll quickly show you how I'd process these things. So that is a green one, a light green one, so it's random. So some of these random things don't have to fit in any of the sections in any of my planners or notebooks or anything. So I could just say, well, the question, it was a question because there's a question mark. I'll read the question and say, is it relevant anymore? Because sometimes it's just something I'm wondering for a couple of hours, and then I'll make my mind up and it's no longer a question, it's no longer relevant because I've answered it for myself. So the question was, should I use just one colour of pen in here, like only black, or should I pick whichever pen out of, for example, a pen set like this that I want that day and then change it to a different colour the next day? I've answered that question, so in the same colour pen I'm going to put an X because I know that is finished. Next one, I need to clean out my fountain pens regularly because the one that I was using was skipping too much. That's a pink one, so I picked my pink pen, and I know that I need to process this into several places. So the first place I would process it into is my Filofax. I have a section in here with things about fountain pens. So if I skip to that bit, I would look at my fountain pen section. This is a section that I started listing every day I had cleaned specific fountain pens. I've stopped doing that, and that is why I need to get into it. So I will start a new page, possibly on the back of this page, that will have a fountain pen cleaning rota. I will list when I've cleaned pens and which pens I've cleaned, what technique I've used, that kind of thing. So I know that I need to take what I've written in my bullet journal and put it in the fountain pen section in here. So I will take that and I will start a new page, fountain pen cleaning. I might create a list of fountain pen cleaning techniques, and then I'll probably start a diagram, not a diagram, a section with date I've cleaned it, which pen it was, when I've got to clean it next, type of thing. And so that is something that I'll have to do today because it's part of me processing this. But I also know that I've written this because I haven't cleaned my pens regularly in the recent months. So I need to go to my diary, my calendar, and I need to write that as a to-do here. And I will also need to go to my monthly grid here, and I will say, well, today is the 18th, so let's say I'll clean all of my pens every 2 weeks, so I'll put that for 2 weeks time, so that will be on the 2nd of May, so then I'll go to the 2nd of May and I'll write it down in there. And I know that it's a regular thing I have to do every month, so we'll also take my other Midori. I've just put it down somewhere and I can't find it. I had it all ready to show you. Oh dear, I've put it down somewhere. Anyway, I've got another Midori with things that I've got to do every month. It's like a planner insert where I plan things that I have to do regularly. It's not like for planning, it's like a reference booklet with a list of planning things. I'll show you one day, it's hard to describe. And I've really put it down somewhere and I can't find it. Oh well, it isn't that exciting to look at the moment anyway. So I need to write it in there as well. So, and then when I've written it in all 3 places, I know that I will do it because it is on my to-do list on my weekly section in my diary, so I can put an X in the box. And then I look at the next one, and that's about pens. It's just a random thing. I know that I have decided not to use a Pilot G2 pen in here, so I'm going to put an X through it. And then the next one is a piece of information. It's about hybrid ink. I got it from the Cult Pens website, Panorama newsletter. It's just a piece of information. So I will go to the stationery section behind my fountain pen section in here, and I will get a new piece of paper, or I will find a piece of paper where I've written I think fountain pen tips. That isn't really relevant, so I'll get a new piece of paper and I will write that down, and that will be the start of a new page in my Midori of random stationery information. And then I can put a tick or a cross in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use ticks or crosses. I think when it's an ongoing thing, I'm going to put a diagonal line, so I know that it's not accomplished yet. When I have accomplished it, I will put another line through it, so it's an X, so I know that it is finished. If I've only transferred something but I haven't finished it, like for example the fountain pen one, I won't put an X through it because I haven't cleaned my fountain pens. I've only transferred the information to the relevant place. I'm just going to put a tick. And then this one is find a pencil that I can't find in my room. It is blue, so I know that it's a general to do, so I will transfer that to my weekly to-do list, write it on here, and then I will put a tick through that. This one isn't something that I can action, it is just recording what happened yesterday. So that is a nice piece of memory, but I don't need to transfer it anywhere. This one was just really random, me testing a pen, so I don't need to do anything with that, so I'll just put a line through it, or an X through it. The orange means it's about my routines. I have a problem with eczema in my ears, and I used some olive oil in my ear, so I have a page in my Filofax where I record using medicine in my ear, so I'll write that down on there. And then there's something that some information I got from my doctor, so I'll write that on that page as well. And then something about pen for use in here. That's more about pens. So you can see that at the moment I am obsessing about which pen I should use. So that was green. I don't really have to process that one that much. And then making the contents for this bullet journal. When I've done that, because that is a fairly easy thing to do, I might take that one and write it onto my weekly to-do list in my calendar, because I may not get round to it for a few days, or I might do it today, in which case I can just put an X through it because I've achieved it. If I've transferred it but I haven't achieved it, I haven't accomplished it that day, I'll put a tick through it, write it on my to-do list, and then when I've finished it on my to-do list in here, I'll put a line through it as I normally do. When I've accomplished a to-do in my actual diary, I just cross through. So that's how I process things, or that's how I will process things when I've started my evening routine of taking things from my bullet journal and processing them in the relevant page. So I hope that demonstrates what I was talking about in my previous video. Thank you for watching. Bye!